Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being with me today. I said to you last time that I'm going to be live today by 4 p.m. and I'm here on time. And I'm happy that you guys joined me to talk about this place, Tribe Tampere. And I told you guys last time that I'm going to have a guest today from Tribe Tampere to talk to us more about this place and what it's all about. And he's called Vesa Matti, what's name. And in a few minutes now, I'm gonna have him here. And before I have him here, I just want to say something to you guys and why I'm doing this show. At times, when I was growing up, I didn't have somebody to advise me, guide me on so many things in life, and some things that I have to do, or the things that I must do in order to be successful when I have an idea or if I have to do something. But coming to Finland, Tampere, and also meeting some people and going further with my life and trying to learn some other things, I came to realize that there are so many things that we have to learn from other people who have been there somehow. And coming here, like during this show, I just want us to have a taste, like trying to talk to these people who are actually involved in these day-to-day activities, who have done it and can also advise us on more of what we can do in the future to be successful in life. So thank you for us. Enjoy yourself, and please, I want to welcome Vesa Matti now. Thank you.
Okay, hello Stanley.
Yeah. How are you today?
I'm good.
I'm happy that I'm having you today.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Yeah, you're my first guest since I began the show. You're the first person that I'm having as a guest here.
Nice.
So
nice,
I'm excited,
Yeah. Nice to see you.
So how are you today?
I'm good. Quite busy day, but it's getting good.
Okay. This is Tribe Tampere, and
Yeah.
I came to Tribe Tampere and I found out that this place is really good place, and I met so many beautiful people here, and it's kind of like an opening, like a shining. It's just like when you go outside in the morning and you see shine, the light shining,
Yeah.
the morning stars, like kind of fun. And having you guys here and you here today is kind of like encouraging to me that you can talk to my viewers about this place and what it's all about and what they can benefit for being part of this community. So what is this place all about, Tribe Tampere?
Yeah, I think it's a family, as you described. It's like welcoming feeling every time when you step in the house, but it's more around that entrepreneurial mindset and startup mindset that you can pretty much do whatever you want and do whatever you like here. We have this doers do culture that encourages people to start actions and just a feeling to be part, and we try to boost initiatives that somehow support the startup ecosystem here at Tampere. We work together with everybody in the city area, so Tribe couldn't be done alone. Like your kind of persons deliver the content and deliver the awesomeness that we have here in Tribe and in Tampere startup ecosystem. So.
Okay. And how long have you guys been operating here in Pininka 247?
Well, this place has been up and running around a year, a little bit over a year. We founded it actually not last year summer, but the last year summer, 2017.
Okay,
was the first we actually built it. There was only like some office spaces, and we crashed down the walls, and it was a very shitty place, so called. There was no toilets in place and nothing, so we just built it together with all of the organizations and all of the community members. And
so it's kind of like a growing community.
Yeah. So we built it together, built the floors, built the walls, and painted and stuff. So it's.
I believe so far you guys have had kind of like good feedback about this place and how it has encouraged people. I mean, I'm one of I'm a live feedback of what has happened to me coming here.
Yeah.
When coming here, I feel as if I'm in Africa, and not like that. Like as if when I go out, it's kind of like bad. No, it's kind of like I feel at home. I have people whom I can really interact with, I can really communicate with, who can really, like advise me on what I should do and what I should not do. It's kind of like a community of people that try to see that they help you in one way or the other.
Yeah, you have to be active here,
Yeah.
of course, by yourself if you want to do stuff. But
Yeah.
as you have seen, we have awesome people around, even in this room, like in the back seats.
Yeah.
There are some awesome people who are making these things
Yeah.
possible. Like you, for instance, this your stream and
No,
other
to
stuff.
be frank, without them, this wouldn't
Yeah.
have been possible.
Yeah, yeah. So
So,
there's much
yeah.
greater people that you don't see in the picture right now, but they're in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe you have impacted so many people in this. I mean, as being part of this community. And I was going through your success stories. I realized that you have impacted. You have managed to bring together 20 communities.
Yeah, yeah.
In time within Finland together.
Mm.
How did you manage to do that?
Well, I think I feel that, like always, I have had this feeling to build communities and build relationships and communication between people and connections with people. Connection is the word I like pretty much because I think it makes our life, like everyday life, meaningful if we have meaningful connections.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty much the foundation that is inside me all the time, and that drives me towards building communities and building those connections between peoples and our organizations.
Okay.
So that's how I have done a lot of stuff related to communities. I've built dance communities, I've built creative communities, I've built this Tribe Tampere, like entrepreneurial community, and you know.
And I believe you are kind of like a co-founder of this place.
Yeah, I am a co-founder, but there are many co-founders for this.
It's
place.
like I'm sitting in your ideas. I'm like actually in your idea. I'm living in your idea right now.
Yeah, and you're fulfilling your own idea through our idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like encouraging. I can say in my community or where I come from, they will say like in pidgin English, you be some danger man.
Oh.
It means like you're strong, you're hard. It's like like you are someone who, like a driving force in the community.
How do you say it?
You be some danger man.
Danger man. I can't say it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
better not to try.
we can learn that later maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
Not now.
You have to teach me better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also learned that you have like bring in kind of like a creative tech to 25 high school in Finland.
Yeah, I have. I was working in one startup called MeHackit in Helsinki before, and it was very inspiring project. We started pretty much from the scratch to building a network of schools to offer this creative technology courses to high schools, robotics, electronics, and so on. So it was a very inspiring time. Taught me a lot about how to connect with people, how to do a little bit of sales and build a startup.
And you are not stopped yet. You are still growing every day. You are there. You are still trying to see how you can create new possibilities for people to to be involved in.
Yes, definitely. I have this urge inside of me, like that wants to develop world every day, and I want to really make an impact to the world at some point. So, or all the time, of course, but not alone. As I said, I'm pretty much a community guy. I like to do it with others and with collaboration with others. So
I also see that your taste is wide. It's like kind of like wide, and you also you were involved in this kind of like creating a dance community, like kind of like a West Coast swing dance community for the past 7 years. It's kind of like you are everywhere. You are just there in like floating around everywhere. So tell us about this project.
Well, West Coast Swing Dance came to Finland around, I would say 10, 11 years ago. I've been dancing about 7 years, or 7, 8 years, and it just totally hooked me, dance, and I don't know, it was part of my life, like other part of my life, almost all my life. At one point when I was graduating, I'm feeling a little bit down, maybe, so with dancing I found joy again of life, and that really helped me in that way, and I wanted to give back to the community.
Okay, okay.
In that sense, to help it to grow and flourish in Finland.
Okay.
So now it's pretty big.
Wow.
All around in Finland, but of course I haven't done it, but I have given my contribution as much as I can.
Yeah, and I also understand that you have been part of some like 5 startups. I don't know if it's only 5, maybe it's many, and like trying to see how you can, you know, be part of it to make it successful. So is it like, how did you find it, or how was it like working with people, or coming together with people, having different ideas, trying to combine it together to like start up something, you know? How is that challenging to you?
Well, yes, it's a good question. It's every startup is a different one, and there is a different team. You see, and that's actually the most important part of the startup journey, to found a team that really works for you. I have had multiple failures with the teams, not about the team's dynamics, because it's not always so easy to come along with all the people at the end of the day. Of course, first it can be fun, and you can feel the joy and the things that, okay, this is the best thing ever, and we are gonna change the world and conquer the world. But when conflicts kick in and a little bit more hard time, it becomes harder to everybody, and then you have to have a good chemistry between yourself and the others, and then it really tests your team. And
I also see that a part of the business where you are a social being, you are a traveler, you have been to Silicon Valley, and you also live in Asia. I mean, how is that challenging to you, like as kind of like someone who really want to be in this community, trying to develop people like new ideas, going out of Finland? You know, was it kind of like you trying to build something in Asia or Silicon Valley?
Actually, no. In Asia, I have to be very honest in that sense. I hated English. Can you believe that? I hated English when I was at high school and in the university. I couldn't talk it at all at that point, and it was very miserable time for me in that sense. I was studying hard, but I wasn't a language guy, and then one day there was a happening that changes everything in that sense, that I was in a meeting, and the meeting was held totally in English, and I just was there and couldn't say a word when my turn came, and then I decided that, okay, I have to do something for it. I have to learn this language. So I went to Asia for that, to Singapore, because they have English as another language. They have Mandarin, Chinese, and English. But at that point, I didn't know that they speak kind of Shinglish. It's mixed with English and Chinese, and I cannot understand it, and the English is kind of messed up in that sense. No, not anything bad towards Singaporeans. They are awesome, but their language is mixed with Chinese and English. So maybe not the best choice. But then because I had the urge to learn the language, and it was a must there, so I learned it. So that's why I went there and spent there a little bit of time. That was my exchange studies, by the way.
Okay.
So, and in Silicon Valley, I went there because it was also a choice. I wasn't finding so much interesting things here at Silicon Valley. You know, when you're technical university, I've graduated from technical university, and you know, every student from technical field, engineering field, sees Silicon Valley as the place to be, or place to visit, must place to visit.
Okay.
So I just decided that, okay, I have to go there, and one night I just bought flights there, and okay,
just like
go.
that.
Yeah, let's go. I didn't find any other way to go there, so I just bought the flights. Okay, let's go, and let's come back later. So I got some networks. I was just at the beginning, or starting my startup career at that point, or getting startup networks, and I wanted to feel the energy there, and I definitely did. I spent some time there, about 2 months, and network a lot of people. So I didn't build a startup there, but build my network.
I see that you are exploding already. Notice you got a book, The Power of Associations.
Yeah, you are just shooting all the questions.
Yeah, The Power of Associations.
Yeah.
It's on Amazon.
Yeah. It's an Amazon. I wanted to write a book, so why not to write a book if you can?
So can you tell us more about this Power of Association, this book?
It actually relates to my thesis that I did back then, 2014, I think. I did a research about improvisation because I was dancing heavily back then, and that dance that I danced, West Coast Swing, it involves improvisation quite much. So that was kind of my hobby, and I did improvisational theater, and I did music. I still do music. So I wanted to do something that I'm pretty interested in, because I wasn't interested in this engineering stuff. I felt like, okay, can this mathematics and physics and chemistry. I didn't care so much. I wanted to do something fun, so I did my master thesis about improvisation and how you can use the principles of improvisation in idea creation, and that spun off the book idea. I wanted to write a book about something that I couldn't figure out in the thesis work, that power of association, because everything is built around association. We get associations every time. I'm thirsty, I need water, so I drink. I go to stores, and because I saw my fridge is empty, it's kind of gives me association that okay, maybe I need some food and stuff like that. So our whole world is built around associations in that sense, and I think there can be a powerful source of ideation, and every idea has built upon associations. Somebody has thought about something and associated it with something and combined them together and built something new.
Yeah. If you're watching us right now, I'm with Vesa Matti, and he's from Tribe Tampere. He's talking to us about this place and what it's all about, and also about what he has achieved in life so far and what he's still about to do. And we are now talking about his book, The Power of Association. And if I look at this guy right now, I see that I really want to buy his book, because if I look at this kind of success of course, because you have done it, you are still doing it. And if I really want to learn something, I have to go to where I can find it. And if I have to look from your past stories and from what you're doing at this moment, then it will encourage me to go and and try to see what is inside this book. What can I get from it? Because the power of knowledge is always to try to get something anytime you have the opportunity. So if say you have an opportunity, if I have an opportunity to get knowledge, then I should go for it. I might not have you always, like to talk to you always, but I can always have that book to read it. When I want to, I do.
Yeah. You can pretty much go to LinkedIn. My LinkedIn, that's the main place I give my links to everything. You can find my all the things I've done there, pretty much. There's Tribe Tampere, the links to there. My hobby project creativity squads linked to there. This book linked there. Some other stuff, creative stuff that I've done. So go to my LinkedIn.
Yeah, I'm going to put this LinkedIn link at the bottom of the description of the video, so you can later on you can do that, and you guys can go there and try to see more, learn more about him. If you have some questions, you can connect with him on LinkedIn and also send him some questions. If he has time, you will answer to your questions.
Yeah, definitely do that. You can link with me on LinkedIn anytime. I will usually press accept to the request, and you can ask me any questions, and I will try to answer.
But don't send message at night because you might be sleeping.
Yeah, I'll sleep.
You have a theory of self-hack that you take people into a situation where they hack themselves.
Yeah. That's another project that I am now currently working with Tribe Tampere. It's not Tribe Tampere, but it's another project that is totally separated. Not totally, but still. It's we are developing a hackathon concept that it's basically a 12-hour hackathon that you develop yourself and figure out your life direction. Because can you believe it? Like 80% of us don't know their passion, and over half of the people, they know that they want to change something, and if they would change something, it would make them happier. But they just cannot know where to start. So we try to help people to start the change that they really desire.
That's powerful.
Yeah. So it's another interesting project we have gained a lot of.
So it's kind of like if I want to be part of this kind of like a project, what do I have? What must I do to like be part of it? Is there like somewhere I can go to like, or can get those information through your LinkedIn or something? I don't know.
Yeah, you can also you will find the links in LinkedIn. In that it's called Creativity Squad, the father organization of the Self Hack project. So, or you can search for Google Self Hack. You will most probably find it, and you can send me a message of any type of questions you have regarding it. We are currently looking for hosts for self hacks all around the world.
Wow.
So there, if you are listening and you want to host a self hack project or a self hack weekend, it's a Friday to Saturday workshop stuff. If you want to host it at your location, just send me a message and we get it started. It's a non-profit thing. So we want to make it available to anybody.
Yeah, and it's worldwide. So it doesn't matter wherever you are, you can just get to him and he will send you the details. So there's many people out there who have this kind of like ideas, or people who have ideas but they don't know how to come about it, and people who are scared. Like they don't know. Okay, this is not my world. I mean, they really want to impact, but they don't know. Like they don't have someone to encourage them, or they don't know where to begin from. But these people are out there. They need somebody like to actually bring them, to wake them from sleep. So what can you say to them? What can you say to them for them to wake up from the slumber, or to don't always think, because at times we always think that we have to wait for the government to give us jobs. But we have ideas that we can impact our communities. We can also be part of something in the community and try to inspire others. But what can you say to them, like to encourage them from your experience, what can you say to them?
Yes. That's a pretty good question. I think the main thing is to be active, because if you're not gonna do it, nobody is gonna do it for you. And it's a powerful thing to be active, actually, because it doesn't need so much of activity to get to point A to a little bit of closer to point B, but we give up too early and too easily. You know that. It's like, okay, I cannot do that. So I know I'm not so good at that. I'm gonna fail at that and stuff like that. It's crazy how easily we give up or not do the action that is needed. It can be very little thing, but you should really change your mindset. You can't to you can. It's a really powerful thing.
And this is the mindset that I wish everyone out there can get. In my world, I look at everything as possible. I look at challenges as a way to success, a means to success. And I'm running this kind of like online shop by the name Everyone Choice. And when I began this, it was kind of like tedious. And I can't say that I've had so many sales so far, but I mean, being consistent in it. I'm trying to understand how the market is and what I must do next to like make it successful. But if I just had these challenges and I sat okay, now I'm done. I'm done with this. I cannot do this anymore. Then I won't be trying to do this what I'm doing right now. So it's kind of what you mentioned. I can see it in me, it's kind of that driving force that I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. And people who know me, they can testify of that. I always say this is possible. I always want to focus. Even if I don't have everything I need to do something, I try to manage out somehow to try to do something, because it's all about doing something to help the community or to help people, trying to build a community or trying to impact ideas that can, help someone else.
Yeah, that's true. And the other thing is about the mindset, like getting right switching from you can't to you can. It's in addition to that, I would think that there are so many things that you kind of must do in life.
Yeah.
Like there are so many things that are expected from you, that your parents expect from you,
Yeah.
your society expects
Definitely,
from
yeah.
you expect from you, but what do you really want?
Yeah.
What do you really want? So there's also another switch from the mindset that what you must do to what you want to do. So if you combine those two, you get a mindset that you can do what you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's the mindset that I want everybody to think about. Like, not something like, I cannot do that and I must do this, but more like, I can do this and I want you this and I can do what I want.
So what you're basically saying is that if there's somebody listening to you right now and they have an idea, or they have kind of like they're thinking of something, or they're in something and they're thinking of quitting,
Yes.
they should just focus and keep doing what they want to do.
Yeah, focus. And if you don't like what you're doing, it's of course then you need to think like if you want to do it or if you don't want to do it, or is it that kind of thing that you must do it and you really don't want to do it. So you just have to make yourself think about it a little bit, but don't be afraid if there is something that okay, and it feels like I must do that, I cannot leave this thing behind. Don't be afraid of it. If you think like, okay, I could try this and do something else. So there is a possibility for you to make the choice also to like leave that thing behind and concentrate on that other thing. It's scary, but sometimes it's rewarding. So on the other hand, you can think like, okay, this is not working, I need to focus more on that and get it working. But on the other hand, you can totally think that, what if that thing doesn't exist? What would you do? And search for possibilities in those doors too.
Sure.
Because, and then maybe not focus on that anymore. If it's not working, you have tried it so many times and you're just stuck on that, maybe take a different approach or a different path. You don't have to teach everything or forget everything, but yes, you can apply that knowledge that you have learned from this experience while moving to the next one.
So what you're saying is you don't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
You don't have to be perfect in what you do. You just have to try to find a way, a common ground. We say a common ground. Like if say it is kind of like if it's not working, if you see that it's not working, and try to do it first, but keep on doing it. And it's kind of encouraging not only to my viewers but to me also, because it's kind of like I'm learning directly from you. Because I see that you have been involved in so many things. And thank you so much for being part of this show today.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a pleasure having you today.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah.
I will come anytime.
Yeah.
If you need more. So it's it was pretty nice to see you, and pretty nice to see you being part of this community. And delivering this kind of content. It's pretty inspiring. And you should be inspired what Stanley is doing.
Thank you.
He's doing pretty nice job.
Thank you. So viewers, thank you so much for this day. We have come to the end of the show, and before I end the show, I told you guys that I was going to bring Vesa Matti, sorry, to explain to us more about this place, Tribe Tampere. And so far you guys have learned so much from him, and I've learned so much from him. And on Wednesday also I'm going to be live with Jason. He's kind of like a Photoshop guy. He's gonna teach you guys more about Photoshopping. If you want to become an Instagrammer, you want to become a Facebooker, it's gonna help you to know how to build a good design platform for your Instagram or Facebook profile. So guys, I'm so happy that you are with me today, and this is your guy, the Better the Schengen, and thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Bye.